Weekend, you had a little trip. How happy were you with that silver medal that you came away with?
Me? I think as a club, it was definitely a positive thing to take away from the day. 2 years ago, walking away as champions was, I think, something that we didn't think we could do on that day. But going in with a new look side and with the types of players that we had in the team, coming away with second was a massive W for us.
For the benefit of our listeners, how different is indoor cricket compared to the outdoor game then?
Pretty different, quite a lot different actually. It only takes an hour. Everyone always complains about how long cricket is. It's actually a really short game. It's about an hour for both innings, 6 people per team, 10 overs per side, and it's just fast paced, high scoring game. Really, really good to get involved with.
Great. So how are the girls feeling ahead of the season, an outdoor season that's going to be starting up? How are you feeling about the kind of transition to playing outdoors again and training outdoors?
I think general consensus from the girls when I've spoken to them is that they're really excited. I think this has pushed us in a direction where we kind of can go out there and be ourselves and express ourselves through our cricket. We definitely did that on Saturday to different means and through different ways. But no, I think it's really exciting to get back out there, get the hard ball back out instead of the indoor ball, and to kind of take on those sides that we've met indoor and take them out on the pitch.
Also gives the opportunity to those that, obviously there's only 6 people per indoor team, gives us the opportunity. We have kind of the biggest squad we've ever had this year, so means that more girls are going to be able to have our experience. Some have never played before, so it's an opportunity for them to get outside and actually play some cricket.
So you've had indoor success. What are your ambitions for the outdoor season then?
So I think for me, it's just to kind of get that team cohesion that we took up from Saturday and take it into the outdoor season. I think, great. It'd be great to walk away with wins and win the league or whatever. But I think more for us, it's developing and the squad and keeping a prosperous future for the next few years. So
yeah, I think it's a really good thing of just making sure the girls are having fun. That's something that we really base kind of the ethos on. It doesn't matter how good you are at cricket, we want everyone to get along, have fun, be involved, so that's kind of the aim of it. And usually, because of how good our team cohesion is, the wins just naturally come because we play so well together.
And then following on from the weekend, how do you think the competition actually went for yourselves? Like, obviously you came away with a silver medal, which is great. But how do you
really
think you performed
disappointed.
Kind of like I've already said, I think we went into the day as ourselves, or the side that we've developed over the last 12 months especially. Kind of just, relaxed, carefree, because we know our cricket can do the talking. So I think it was just a really positive day. A lot of girls came out of their shell throughout the day, and there's a clip of us reacting after the semi-final, and I think that just epitomises what the day meant to us and how the day went. So
I feel like it was quite easy to be almost relaxed, other than Rach. Rach was the only player that was actually a part of winning the national finals in 2020, so that I can imagine came with a few nerves, but the girls went in with absolutely no expectations, even though we were previous champions, and I think that helped us relax immensely, just kind of find our groove. It was a long day. These kind of competitions are always quite difficult, just keeping concentration. We had a lot of travelling to do. We were up early, getting to the venue, so that does take a toll, but that's just only going to come with practice, and in the next few years I think the girls are going to even...
I think we'll kind of go past ourselves. I think thanks to the work that Goddess has done over the last 5 years especially, that we're now going to every event that we're put down to go to, and we're walking away as, either in the top 3 or challengers. So it's definitely a prosperous future.
And then how do you sort of plan on using the momentum you've gained from the indoor season to progress in the outdoor season?
I think it's quite an easy switch over. Even though the format's different, it's still the same team, it's still the same mentality, it's still the same 20 girls this year. The training's in the same place, it's the same club. There's not a lot of change just apart from the format. So I think that will really kind of, that close-knitness of us will be able to take it forward into the future. So.
Yeah, and then finally, I think obviously it's a sport that's getting bigger by the day, a lot more recognition, especially for the women's side. How did you actually get into the sport, and what advice would you give to people looking to start?
So personally, I have an older brother and a cousin, and we basically have just been playing cricket since I can remember. Very influenced by my parents and my grandparents. And then I think getting into sport, there's always local cricket clubs around, from All Stars Pathways, which is the youngest, like from 4, or there'll be girls teams, there'll be mixed teams. Even if it's just like someone who's come to uni, there's always going to be an opportunity, especially here at Met, to just pick up a bat or a ball and get involved. So
yeah, it was kind of difficult to not get into cricket with your mum being an ex-England World Cup winner, so kind of grew up cycling around boundaries and stuff like that. Like I couldn't not. So it's always just been a part of my family, something we've always done. And just the getting involved, like I think that's the beauty of cricket. You can get involved at any age. It's quite transferable with regards to like hitting and striking, throwing, catching and stuff like that. It's just an easy thing. And I think that the thing that we have prided ourselves in most at uni is that it's a sport that a lot of girls can come to but still excel at. Like they've never played it before, but because of the environment that we create and the opportunities we create, they can be playing their first game, having never played in September, to playing their first game in May, and not looking out of place at all.
Well, there's evidence of that in the squad this year. One girl came to us in September saying, "I've never played before, I just want to have fun," and then she was with us all day on Saturday, cheering from the sidelines. So, yeah.
Good, yeah.
You touched on earlier the Durham game. Just explain some of your emotions going through that game. Obviously, it didn't start off as well as we expected it, batting, and then turned out to be the victors in the end. How did you feel? I
can imagine it's probably more nerve-wracking for me at the sidelines. I don't know. It's a difficult thing because you're seeing. It's so easy to be like, oh, you should be doing this, you should be doing that from the outside because you're seeing it from a different perspective. But when you're in there experiencing it, I can imagine it's completely different. Yeah, oh my gosh, I thought my heart was going to stop about 7 times. It's not, especially when things don't necessarily go to plan. The batting almost kind of collapsed at the first, 3 overs?
Well, I was that second ball, so that didn't
heart in my mouth. And then to be able to like get it back, 11 off the last over, 2 off the last ball, just too close for my liking, but an excellent crowd pleaser.
Yeah, I mean, I think for me it was more panic stations when that ball hit my big toe, thinking, oh no, I'm out. But no, all in all, I think it was just a wave of emotions and it's hard to catalyse, but I watched back the video that was taken with a couple of the players and we still get that anxiety and like nervousness now, and I think that's the richness of the video. It's that it is what it is, and
just pure elation, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think that was our final, if that makes sense.
As the coach of the team, how much influence did you feel you could get from the sideline and in between games and innings?
I try not to interfere. I don't feel like it's something that I like to do. It's to like, I just feel like Rachel's the captain, she's the one that's on the pitch, she's the one that's going to make those decisions. And I also, try to have an approach where I'm not going to come in and say all the negatives. The girls are going to know what went well and what didn't. I think it's maybe just bringing awareness to certain things that potentially we could up, or even bring attention to those things that we actually did really, really well, and for us to keep building on that. I'd like to think I don't lose my head too much, but the stress was a lot.
I think we work well together in the sense that we both come from coaching backgrounds. So if I haven't spotted something, Emma probably has, or vice versa. And I think that's how, I think on Saturday the dynamic worked quite well. If I didn't quite pick something up, Emma had already had it, or like I say, vice versa. So
do you think between you needed to do much like motivation throughout the day, or the motivation just kind of came in itself, especially during the Durham game? I guess you're just egging the team on.
I feel like it's so hard to describe. Having done indoor cricket for how many years I've been here, it's so hard to not succumb to that. I feel like it's when you're in that environment, as soon as you're onto the pitch, you're just like straight into it, regardless of the circumstance. Like you're in it at that point to win it, regardless of what's going to happen. You just get into the zone. I can't really describe it. And as soon as you step away from it, you kind of then breathe.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's the same for you.
Yeah, it's tough because I think you can only do so much when you're in. You can only do what you're there to do when you're playing. So I think the external influence of the girls being on the sideline, constant support. I think that was a massive win for us. Was the noise that we created on Saturday that put a lot of pressure on a lot of people, just shouting "you wicket" people, and they were getting a bit uncomfortable. But no, I think we definitely had the kind of extra support from the sideline, so doing the actual job of batting or bowling or fielding, whatever it was, it made it a lot easier.
There's been a big influx of girls who have played at county level and above. How great is that to have that type of calibre player at the club?
I think it's really good. Like, we've got this ethos called like the club, like no one is bigger than the club, and I think I feel like it happens quite often in potentially less formed teams in other universities. It's quite easy for those better players to kind of turn their nose up at the standard. But we're really lucky in the fact that we've got a team that, like we've said before, people are complete beginners, and then we've got people that are professional cricketers, but we still manage to amalgamate and have such a good team cohesion that girls are just happy to get involved. And potentially those people that are professional, they might get that high. I understand that they get that high level cricket elsewhere. That's not an issue, but the thing that we really appreciate is them taking the time to also be a part of our club, but also helping out. Potentially they might use it as a coaching capacity, they might use it as something that everyone's involved. So it's really, really positive.
I think it just falls back to fun. Whatever environment you could be in, that you might be under stress, but no, it always goes back to fun. So those professional players, they might go, I've had a tough week of training, I don't know, but I might just need to go to a training and just relax. Or people coming into the club kind of can go, right, I'm here for fun, and it's that balance. So I think the emphasis is having fun and enjoying yourself.
Do you think now people look at Cardiff Met Cricket Club and think, I want to go there to play women's cricket?
Yes.
I'd like to think so. Like, it's crazy to think. Like, when I started, I always say this to the girls, there was like 5 or 6 players, and we used to play indoor. We were okay, we were all right. The highest we probably got was like 5th in the country, which is pretty decent considering. But like the longer that I've stayed here and tried to help build up with all these girls, I think word just gets out that this is an option for girls to play cricket at a standard and play alongside girls that are also just as mad about the game as they are. So yeah, definitely we're 100% top contenders with Loughborough, Durham, Exeter, all of those.
I just think even from like a player's perspective, you can chat amongst the girls and the girls will say, oh, so and so's thinking of coming here, and you know of that person because of the community of county cricket or women's cricket. So I know of a handful of people who have talked to me about possibly coming here in the future instead of somewhere else, and it's like one of the girls, Tash, her choice was Loughborough or Cardiff Met. She's come to Cardiff Met, and now she's reaping the rewards of kind of being in that system and being a part of that family, so whereas she might not have got the chance at Loughborough. So yeah.
If you've got a message for any girls looking to come to Cardiff Met, maybe next year or the year after, what would be your message? Do
it. Don't hesitate. Just do it. I'm pretty biased, but best decision of your life.
Yeah, I mean, it's been the best kind of 3 years of my life so far, and the girls are here who are here are like a second family. So you'll be brought in, like we said, no matter the type of player you are, starter, been doing it all your life, you'll definitely be able to fit in and make your mark at Cardiff Met.
Thank you very much for joining us, and congratulations once again.
Cheers, thank you.
Thank you.